So, this is Tom Clancy, Sum of All Fears. Created by Ubisoft. Remember Ubisoft? Depending on what time you watch this video, Ubisoft might not be around anymore. little shout out for potential VOD friends in the future. Paramount 90th anniversary. But yeah, it has nothing to do with the movie. Like, I like, that's what people said. Wow, they got a Winston Churchill quote. This is coming in hard. Fucking based. So badass.
At the dawn of the 21st century, terrorism no longer knows national boundaries. Terrorist organizations operate within
hell yeah.
in virtually every country in the world. While governments and security forces do their best to halt the flow of arms to terrorists, weapons still move across international borders with ease.
That's right, Suzuka.
Those willing to look the other way for a price. Each day, the
but he's really cool, you see.
Around the world grows stronger. They trade resources,
that's sarcasm.
Expertise, personnel, and arms, all in the interest of creating more havoc. And if guns flow from country to country today, will weapons of mass destruction follow tomorrow?
They said it.
In these dangerous times, when no place is safe, only the efforts of extraordinary individuals like CIA analyst Jack Ryan can combat this new evil. Especially when that evil strikes close to home, and even the smallest incident can grow into the sum of all fears.
I too love being afraid of people from a different country. Is this looping? What is it doing? Am I supposed to push a button? It's not wanting to start. I'm pushing buttons, nothing's happening. Alright, we're off to a good start with this game. Technical problems. Technical problems. Okay. Okay, it just decided to start working. Alright. Cool. Can I fix that? Can I get some data present on the memory card? Auto-targeting, snap, and full. I don't know what that means. I'm gonna try full. This is a GameCube controller. I'm gonna need all the help I can get. I'm good with burst. That's all fine. Heartbeat sensor, that sounds funny. Oh, we have it. Wow. I'm actually a little surprised that a game has C6 sensitivity at all. That's very rare. The only other game that I remember did that was Time Splitters 2 and 3. Like, I'm a little surprised by that, to be honest. That's just the usual screen settings. Yep. You can roll credits from here. That's fun. There's training and there's campaign. Well, we got to do the training. Got 5 training scenarios on movement. Movement, small arms, grenades, objects, and kill house. Okay. Well, I gotta know how to use the controller, right? It's my first GameCube game. I'm only really checking out the training stuff in case it's funny like it was with Desert Storm. But it's probably going to be dull and boring, I bet.
The obstacle course will teach you how to move through the world. Use the control stick to move forward and back and side to side. Use the C stick to turn and look up and down. Press start.
Yeah, it's the boring kind.
Time to exit training. The obstacle course will teach
this
you
guy's
how to
too
move
calm.
Through the world. Use the control stick
I like the little like silhouette 3D model man though.
You can follow the red line on the ground from training station to training station.
Got a night vision. Oh, that's a choice. Hey, chat, you want to know what crouch button is in this game? So the crouch is a toggle. The crouch is a toggle, but would you like to know? Actually, I always like to do this with these games. Take a guess. What's the crouch button, chat? It's a toggle, keep in mind, but what's the crouch button on the GameCube controller? What do you think it is? You let me know. You think it's a trigger? Okay. Well, it's not. It is D-pad down. That's right. Have you played this before, Oblivion Bird? It is down on the D-pad. That's right.
If you are standing still, you can peek around obstacles that are in front of you. Press the left and right peek button and practice.
You didn't tell me what that was.
Using the barrier in front of you as cover. Remember, the smaller the profile you present to enemies, the harder it is for them to hit you. You can also get a basic sense of what is in front of you by looking at the mini-map in the bottom center of your screen.
So, training is supposed to tell you what buttons are and controls do. You're failing the assignment here. You know that, right, video game? So the peek button is left and right on the D-pad. Oh boy.
If you are standing still, you can peek around obstacles.
Yeah, okay,
that
that's
are
just
in front
saying
of
the
you.
same shit again.
You can open doors using the perform action. Locked doors take longer to open than unlocked doors. Just remember that the action has to cycle completely before the door will open. If you let go of the perform action button before the action is completed, you will have to start the process over.
So, you know how I say there's like a category for me in like 6th gen games where it's like, this is an honorary PS1 game, honorary N64 game? I'm pretty sure that out of everything I've played in the challenge up to this point, hey Riley, this is the most N64 coded game I've probably seen so far. Like, this is so blatantly shit. This is like, looks terrible. And it controls like what Gigaboots was saying, like it controls like an N64 control scheme.
This is the small arms range. Here you will learn how to fire your weapons, reload, switch weapons, and use a scope. Press start at any time to exit training. The sniper rifle is equipped with a scope for long-range accuracy. You can cycle through.
I don't know,
levels of
Navjack.
magnification using the zoom
Never
in
played
and zoom
MGS5
out button.
anyway.
Practice hitting the long-range targets with the sniper rifle.
Yeah, they just don't tell you any of the controls. It's like training is mostly useless. Wow. So zooming in for the sniper, up on the D-pad. Why are they so obsessed with the D-pad? Wow, that's the sound of the silent sniper. Are you for real? Dude. I know it's a silencer, but they aren't that quiet. This is a fucking high caliber rifle. What? Jesus Christ, this is dire, chat. So it is the same actor. That's funny. I mean, I'd be more excited about that if I had played MGS5, but I haven't. I've not even really seen much gameplay of it. Oh, so it's the same guy who was on Red Letter Media recently? I actually was just, I just finished watching that Best of the Worst episode. That's fucking hilarious. If that's the same guy, if that's what you're saying in chat. There's something weird about the aiming in this game. Why? So aiming up and down is slower than aiming left and right. It's like way faster. Why? Why is that the case? So like, say if you're like going diagonally, it gets all fucky too. What is this? This is like some bizarre, like, mouse acceleration bullshit. This game is, like, barely functioning. Wow. I'm pretty impressed. This is, like, one of the shittest games I've played so far. Oh, yeah, absolutely, Riley. Also, what is this, like, weird shit on my crosshair? Why is that there? What is that? Why is there, like, just garbled shit here on the screen? What a fucking weird-ass fucking game.
Tap the fire weapon button to throw the grenade a short distance, or hold and then release the button for a longer throw. Notice that the reticule doesn't change size. Remember, thrown grenades fly in an arc. Practice throwing grenades at the targets in front of you. Keep in mind that you can bounce grenades off of obstacles, such as walls.
There seems to be no control that you have over the throw. It's either a short throw or it's an extremely long throw. You don't really seem to, like, actually get much of a say in this.
Press the fire weapon button.
Yeah, there's just visual glitching.
Grenades fired from
I have the emulated read speed on, so I don't know why it's doing that. I think the game's just broken. Like, this is just how it's shipped or something. That'd be my guess. This game's just absolutely flooring me. This is, like, just completely... So, for those who are newer, I've played a lot of first-person shooters, and this is one of the worst I've played.
A non-lethal device that will stun, but not kill anyone near it. They are useful for
also,
enemies
it's no longer winter chat.
So the team can move in
and not in this stream, not right now, so I'm gonna...
Like regular grenades, flashbangs can be bounced off obstacles.
We're back to tactical outfit now, okay? Wow, that flashbang sure looked different from the other grenade. Yeah, there's like a squad thing, that's in here. But this is not part of this tutorial, it's a different one.
Here you will learn how to perform field ops that go beyond firing weapons and opening doors. These lessons will help you deal with special circumstances you will run across during missions. Press start at any time to exit training. It is sometimes necessary for operatives to destroy enemy resources. On missions where that is required, you will be equipped with a demolitions kit. To use the kit, simply point the reticule at the object you wish to plant a charge on, and then hold the Perform Action button. The charge will explode after you've completed the mission. To show you understand this procedure, plant demolitions equipment on the weapons locker in front of you.
Pretty cool. We're all very excited. Okay, it's not the same guy? Alright. Because there was like a bit of confusion in the chat. So I was not sure what I was looking at.
Good. Now follow the red line on the ground to the next training station. You will need to gather information from a variety of locations during your missions. To do so, point the reticule at the item that holds the information and hold down the Perform Action button. Now, pick up the file folder from the table in front of you. Good. Now follow the red line on the ground to the next training station.
This is pretty brain dead.
All operatives are also trained to handle electronic mechanisms. You may need to use these skills to bypass a security system or defuse a bomb. Again, simply point at the
Yeah, that's a
object you wish to
reticule. Didn't you know?
Then press and hold the Perform Action button. Test your skills by defusing the
Hi,
bomb
Felly.
in front of you.
Welcome in. Time Splitters 2 came out before this in the same year, yeah. Yeah, Time Splitters 2 is one of like the best console FPS of all time.
Now follow the red line on the ground.
3 is really good too, honestly, but I just played a lot more of 2.
In dark areas, you can use night vision goggles to find your way and spot enemies. You can toggle night vision on and off using the
Yeah, I figured
night
that out
vision
already.
button. Turn on night vision now. And
I like how
follow
they
the
say
path
night
to
vision
the
button
next
because they
training
can't
area.
afford to re-record lines. So for you just coming in, Felly, or anybody else, I just started playing this after beating the ESPN Winter Sports game because it was very, very short. Like, you can't really even beat that type of game. So I'm doing this now, and I'm already just very impressed by this game because it's like one of the most ghetto, low-budget, barely functioning FPS that I've played. It's kind of hilarious, actually, like how tired this is. So that's kind of where we're punching in at with this one. So what are we doing? I thought there was supposed to be more tutorial stuff because I went on this line thingy, right? Oh, am I supposed to go over here now? The movement's also really weird. Like, you move super slow whenever you move left or right. Like, mega slow strafing. So when you're moving forward, if you ever, like, move a certain way, you'll just dead stop. Which is also interesting. There's also, like, weird, like, almost mouse acceleration on the turning. Like, if you know what I mean, it's weird. There's, like, a wind-up to it.
In dark areas, you can use night
Okay, so this is just
goggles to
looping.
find
So
your
where's
way
the...
and spot enemies.
Where's the next thing?
You can toggle night vision on.
Yeah, I was able to dismiss that, at least. Oh, right over here? Ah, Tech Ops.
There are 5 terrorists and 1 hostage in this building.
Why did I have to do
You
that,
must
chat?
eliminate all of the terrorists in order to rescue the hostage. If
Okay.
the hostage is killed, the mission is considered a failure. Terrorists will show up as red on your minimap, while the hostage will show up as green. Use the equipment you have been given to neutralize the terrorists and rescue the hostage.
Enemy down.
Oh, no, the frame rate. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh, shit.
Oh, good. Good.
Hostile neutralized. Tango
Maybe this is the best game ever. We don't know. We're still trying to figure it out. I like how the mini-map's also at a super low frame rate.
hostage secured.
Yeah, I kind of am gathering that would be the case.
Congratulations. Your training is now complete. You can press start to exit the...
Uh-oh, put me back here. Well, I guess if we just wait long enough, it'll let me leave. Maybe this is by design. I don't know why it just want to put me back at the training menu. Why does it have to, like, back me out all the way to the main menu? I guess if we just let it loop, it'll eventually go. What this probably is it's a loading thing. That would be my guess, is this is some kind of, like, loading screen. And it just genuinely takes that long. That's the best I've got. Because I did remember, reading that this game has shit load times. And while I can turn off the read speed emulation, this game is probably so busted and broken that that's probably not a good idea. Oh, so that was the whole thing. So it just went from 1 through 5 in the same map. That's weird. Okay, so we did all the training. Okay. But we're about to fix that. There's going to be some of all fears shit going on here. I like how it defaults to easy. It's almost like they might have known something. Support teams, you can turn them off. Weird. So how do I start? Oh, down below. Hey, hydrogen.
Heads up, everyone. Sorry to
So
pull you out
quiet.
of your New Year's celebrations, but we've got a touchy situation out in West Virginia, and the local boys need our help. At approximately 1900 hours this evening, a militia group known as the Mountain Men stormed a television station in Charleston, taking the station personnel hostage. Most of the hostages have been released, but they kept a few as insurance. Now the group is broadcasting live from the news studio and threatening to kill the hostages if their demands are not met. One of the hostages they released...
Oh,
Heads up.
okay, just cut it off. Okay.
Heads up, every...
They don't have any medals and no experience bar. That's a shame. I can't even seem to scroll that text.
Heads up, everyone. Sorry to pull you out of your New Year's celebration.
Whatever.
But we've got a touchy situation.
That's funny. You can turn the voice off and on.
Heads up. Heads up.
What a weird menu.
Everyone. Sorry to pull
Okay,
you out
now
of
it
your New
works.
Year's celebrations, but we've got a touchy situation out in West Virginia. and
Yeah,
the local
that's
boys
a
need our
weird
help.
menu. Wow.
At
Okay.
approximately 1900 hours this evening, a militia group known as the Mountain Men stormed a television
Can I
station
can
in
I
Charleston,
can I go?
taking the station personnel...
Can I start the mission? I'm pressing A. Can I do it? Yeah, the HRT can do a lot. Yeah, it says at the bottom, let's show the world what the HRT can do. That's right, HRT can do so many things. I'm just trying to figure out how to start the mission. Oh, there we go. Oh, this is one of the worst menus I see. Slow times are great. Again, I could turn off the emulation and make it run at higher speeds, but I don't trust the game to not just break further. Yes, so I did the tutorial already. You don't need to tell me that again. It's okay. I got it. Those guys just vanish, like, snapped out of existence when I approached them? Oh, it's locked, so I have to lockpick it. Nope. Never played one of these. Not this type of FPS. I played lots of FPS, just not much of this type. Don't worry, it's not going to matter.
Threat neutralized.
I am glad this game is as brain dead as I hoped with these settings.
Hostile neutralized. Another one down.
Good work. You can disable the security system using the receptionist's computer.
This game is running at like 10 FPS sometimes.
Tango neutralized.
This is so exciting.
We've got a wounded.
Well, there's stock sound effects. A lot of the stuff that Valve uses for their games are pretty heavily steeped in stock sound effects, to be quite honest. You can't use this door. Find a different path. Why not? Why can't I use that door? Something wrong with it? Oh, don't worry, JC Denton. This game's brain dead. Hey, Todovsky. This game's terrible. It seems to be extremely easy overall, though. This is probably one of the worst first-person shooters I've ever played in my life. But they have a low difficulty and, like, a really aggressive auto-aim, and that seems to make this mostly pretty fucking, like, easy. Other than just doing the objectives, right? And, like, trying to find those, I suppose. Like, I guess they want me to go to a specific location with, like, the line, right? I assume that's what we're doing here. But, you know, I cleared out some enemies, so that's fine. Really, really enjoying this, like, 5 FPS mini-map. It's pretty cool. Got the stairs. So I guess we're going upstairs is what we're doing. Yeah. Well, they say you can't use the door. Why are they there then? Why are they all, like, acting like you can go through the door? They're all looking at it. I guess that's for them and not for me. Okay. That's strange, but I guess that's what we're doing. We're doing, like, a tactics thing here. Ooh, we got the music again. Okay, so you let me open that. You played some music, and then the door doesn't work inside the room. Okay. Cool.
You have a single fact to back that up?
Well, based off of what it just told me, yeah. So there's like a yellow thing. I think I need to go to the yellow thing. Yeah, that's what we're doing. Okay, I see. Got it. Just gotta go over to where yellow is. Very strange waypoint system this has, but I think I understand how it works now. Follow the line in... a weird way.
Another one down.
We're getting rid of so many terrorists.
There should be a junction box on the wall.
I can't even hear those guys over the sound effects. Wait, we're going this way. That guy wasn't even facing the right direction.
Another takedown.
Are you guys greatly enjoying this video game? I sure hope so.
Threat neutralized.
Oh wow, that guy just snapped out of existence. Who am I shooting? I guess they're doing it. Oh, down there. Okay.
Enemy neutralized.
Okay, that mission's done. Cool. I do want to save. Yeah, I mean, I'm used to it. I'm used to games running like shit, but this is definitely on a high tier of shit. I've played some poorly performant GameCube games in my time. But honestly, it's like what Riley was saying earlier. You could basically play most of this game just looking at the minimap. Which, yeah, it's at a low frame rate, but the minimap is mainly what you gotta look at just to know where to go. So it's kind of that sort of deal.
Okay, pay attention.
Do I have
Two
to?
squads of FBI agents were
You're just gonna show me a
ambushed
white line I
yesterday
can
when they tried
run
serve
to.
papers on the remaining mountain men at their compound. 4 are dead, and 2 more are being held hostage. It's our job to go in and get those agents out of there alive. This is going to be extremely difficult, because we know they're expecting us. They've got snipers positioned in all 3 of the site's buildings, which lets them cover every approach from the road. And because we don't know where the hostages are being held, a full-scale assault is out. At the first sign of action on our part, those agents are likely to be killed. That doesn't leave us with a lot of options. You're going to have to do a night insertion over the top of the mountain and down into the militia's backyard. The good news is that overflights with ground-penetrating radar show that there's a bunker and tunnel system beneath the compound. This should allow you to move from building to building without alerting the lookouts. Your assignment is to move in, take out the snipers, and secure the hostages. All right, settle up. I want you over that mountain in 2 hours. We move in at sunrise.
It's a long voiceover. Let's do it. Oh, we got a different set piece. Exciting. Love that dithering. Just get right to it. No time wasted. Keep going downstairs. I'm glad crouching doesn't seem to be something I have to use. Very glad about that. Oh, it's not this one. But I knew what I was getting into. I did research. I have a very high tolerance for bad games. This is easy. So, see, the thing you have to understand is that I'm having a great time playing this. And you know why? It's because it's easy as hell. What makes me... If there was something that would make me regret something a little more, it's when I'm trapped in a game that's impossible. The game that has made me feel the most regret out of anything, if you want to call it that, is WWE Day of Reckoning. That game makes me feel completely and utterly powerless to get anything done. Why is the objective doing that? Oh, it's just bugging out. Okay. The line was just being weird. But you know, WWE Day of Reckoning is like the most powerless and dire I have probably felt out of any game in the challenge so far. And may very well still be like the absolute hardest game that I ever like have to complete for the challenge. Now, this is garbage, right? But like it's easy garbage. Like this is completely brain dead. This is nothing. This is just a bad game, but it's not like I paid money for it, you know? I got all this shit on a micro SD card. Yeah, like I'm pretty good. I'm feeling good. The wrestling stuff is a nightmare because like they want you to do hyper specific moves that they don't properly explain that have like inhuman timing. And it's like it's something that feels like it could take legit 100+ hours to like figure out. I like how these guys instantly disappear. Like they don't waste any time. Like their corpses do not stay around. Just because they know, I'm sure that the frame rate would be even worse if they did. Bad reaction times on that guy. My squad members are just kind of chilling, really. I don't think they've actually done anything yet, other than those guys in that scripted sequence in the last mission. Yeah, this is the kind of game where I cannot fathom playing this on, like, a higher difficulty. Ooh, FMV. Stuttery FMV. You don't see that too often. This is so sad.
Reports are still coming in about a massive explosion in Baltimore, Maryland. The site of this
I don't think I saw the movie.
I'm getting some more information.
Like, it must be very loosely based off of it or the book or something. If there was a book. What a tragedy. But my mission succeeded. So that's good. I love it when missions succeed. This being the loading screen is so funny to me. I don't think I've actually seen anybody do like an FMV as a loading screen. Oh yeah, I remember Ben Affleck was, in the movie or something. I never really cared about, like, the military, you know, type stuff like that. I've like dabbled in the genre, but it's not my thing because I'm not American, you know. That's like an American thing by and large. That is true, Leia. There is a lot of that.
Welcome to the CIA, ladies and gentlemen. We're glad to have you on board. My name is John Clark, and you're going to report to me for the duration of your assignment. It's an honor to be working with you, and I was impressed by your work in West Virginia. That being said, listen carefully, because we do things a little differently around here. As you're all aware, a nuclear device was detonated in Baltimore 2 days ago. What people don't know is that we almost went to war with Russia over it, as certain evidence pointed in that direction. It turns out that they weren't responsible, and you can thank your lucky stars cooler heads prevailed. If they hadn't, we could very easily have had a full-scale exchange on our hands. As our people on the ground have sorted through the evidence, we've turned up a few new leads. The bomb was brought in through Baltimore by way of a shipping facility in Haifa.
This is a very exciting way to tell this.
Isn't the only weapons trafficking that's been happening through that site. And we need you to go in and find out who's been shipping what where. The Israeli government is backing us up on this one.
Oh, good.
We need to go in fast and quiet.
I'm so glad that they're backing you up.
Don't get wind of it and destroy their records. Your assignment is to get 2 pieces of information. First, we need copies of the shipping manifests for everything that's moved off the dock in the last month. Second, we need to track
this is
where
such a
they're
long
getting their
briefing.
supplies from, and that means a list of serial numbers for what's in the warehouses. Keep your heads down, and if they raise an alarm, get out fast. We don't need a public spotlight on this mission.
Yeah, some of these briefings are longer than the missions, it feels like. It's January 31st, 2002. 3 a.m. Clear. Night. That's right, Suzuka. It's gonna be so cool. I'm gonna follow the white line. Instead of the thin blue line, it's the thin white line. I just love these stupid like stinger notes that they play.
Another one down.
What was that like pipe sound? I guess I also have infinite ammo, huh? Seemed to be the case. I know there's even other weapons, but like I don't need to use them. This does the job.
Another takedown.
All these doors are locked.
Tango down.
Why are they always a tango? What is a tango? Where did that come from? I know, like, I've heard it in all kinds of shit in media and all that, but like, I don't understand what a tango is and what the origins of that is. Just that it's a thing they say when they kill somebody. Okay, so I'm still going this way. All right. Oh, it's like a thing I have to interact with. Terrorists starts with a T, so it's tango. Maybe?
Enemy down.
A terrorizing terrorist. Okay. Now you're thinking. Oh. Oh. Oh.
We got a casualty.
Do not set off the alarm, so I actually failed something. What? A lot of things just happened. Okay. Yeah, these guys kind of blindsided me. They weren't showing up on the map. So is everything over and I have to restart manually, or is there still a way for me to do this? They said something about, like, police and shit. And I have, like, 5 minutes, so there might still be a way to do this? I don't know. I'm a little confused. Like, they're still letting me play. Hey, bye-bye. Okay, we all died. That's interesting. This game just suddenly just got harder. I don't know why. It's just like, okay, now suddenly we're gonna kill you instantly. All right.
We need as little noise as possible.
Little noise as possible. What a weird mission.
Enemy eliminated. There's one in here.
I'm already being shot at. Oh, nice visual glitch. Are they shooting me from out there? Oh, there's dudes over here. Trying to remember. How did I switch my weapons again? Oh, the alarm. Okay, why did that happen so quickly? So they still say, like, I could do it. They didn't say I failed. It just makes it harder if I get spotted and the alarm gets raised, I guess. Doesn't really feel like I have a lot of control over the stealth part of this, so I might just have to change my approach. It's like the guys outside are the ones that are the main problem, so maybe I should just ignore the objectives and clear out these guys, like, just out here. It's probably the play.
Enemy down. Another kill.
There's a spotlight. Okay, like a searchlight. Yeah, I do. It doesn't seem like I need it, though. Because the auto-aim is a little good.
Hostile eliminated.
Love that visual glitch. So cool. No alarm yet, surprisingly. But it, again, may not even matter, because there's might be a finite amount of enemies. It's just a matter of, like, can I get it done in 5 minutes? Which, the answer is probably yes. But, that might help then, just getting rid of those guys.
Another kill.
Right, how many people could there be? Exactly. A lot of people, evidently. Okay.
Enemy eliminated.
Nobody seems to be up on the tower, at least not within sight. The auto-aim would have noticed it. I still don't really understand that weird, like, clanking sound. Like, why does that keep happening? This is where things got fucked. I know that the red, like those squares are like enemy locations. I'm aware of that. So you can still kind of see where they might be on the minimap. Even if they're not in sight. Yeah, there's some enemy, like, sort of near, but, like, it's not showing up on the radar. Maybe it's outside, like, just outside the... Yeah, well, the music barely exists, you know? It's okay for it to chime in weird ways at random intervals. It's kind of funny. It's kind of amusing. It's not on the tier of annoyance as like the Carmen Sandiego music. That was kind of driving me up the wall a little bit at times. There was a couple points I just straight up had to disable it to even think.
Another one down.
Seems like I cleared out a lot of this. I'm going to surprise me if there's still some dudes around. Maybe they'll cause a problem, but like, yeah, they've got the searchlights. So I can't just shoot something to disable those, like in Resident Evil or some shit. Like Resident Evil 4 that lets you do that. You can't do that here? They're just there always? Okay. So I have to like study their patterns or just stay close to this area. Probably just, yeah, do that. Okay. That was fast. Okay, so everybody instantly died? Why? Why did everybody just immediately die? Like, how did it happen that quickly? What? Like, I had no time to react. So here's my take on this mission. I think that taking it slow is probably no point if that can just happen. So there's probably some way to just speedrun this, and that's what I'm going to try and do. There's some way to probably just ignore 90% of this bullshit and just go straight to the objectives and then, like, complete it. That's what I'm thinking here, is like, yeah, obviously I have to kill some dudes, but, like, I can probably ignore a lot of shit and minimize this. I'm a little surprised that can happen on easy mode, though. Like, that was instantaneous. I had no time. So if it's going to take that long, I ain't going to respect any of this. Because it doesn't matter if that can just happen. Doesn't fucking mean anything. That might be the case, JC, but it's kind of hard to see anything in a game like this. I don't know if you've noticed, but this game looks like complete dog
We're
shit.
in.
And it has very bad visibility in general.
Threat neutralized.
This is like always a problem with these types of games on consoles like this. Is their fidelity is so low, it makes it harder to spot shit.
Threat neutralized.
So I guess it was just the dudes in here. I don't know if there were like other dudes that could spot me from this distance. They might. Kind of odd that there wasn't any, I seem to have infinite ammo. It's unclear, but they don't tell me otherwise. Okay, there's not really much point to here other than maybe an alternate route if it works from the other side, maybe. That might be what that's for, just an exit point or something. It's a good thing I got that WMD info. Okay, so there's like clearly a dude around somewhere. Might be inside the building though, so it might not matter. Because the radar was indicating something, but seems to not be relevant. I seem to just be exiting from where I came from now. Extraction or whatever. Yep. There we go. Still pretty short missions. Took a little extra time on that one because there were some gotcha moments, I guess, for lack of a better term. Just like stuff you just have to have foreknowledge of. No. Remember, you can always look at the document. And it has all the information you need. The document is only slightly out of date because I haven't updated it for the ESPN, the Winter Sports game yet. But otherwise, it's completely up to date. But now, the thing that needs to be understood about this game is that this game is, like, borderline unplayable. The only reason it's playable at all is because it's on lowest difficulty. Which, I should point out, it defaults to. Which is definitely one of those situations where I feel like they understood that this game barely worked. This is like easily one of the worst first-person shooters I've played. And it is worth pointing out that I don't really have an inherent high respect for console shooters in general. Most of the FPS that I've played have been on PC. I'm not a big fan of consoles on controller. The only ones I've enjoyed were Time Splitters 2 and 3. Because they were really made in mind for controllers.
Documents we gathered from the docks have given us a lot to go on. It looks like most of what came through that
I have very minimal experience with Perfect Dark. I've barely played it. I would imagine that if I went back and played it on an N64 controller, I would probably hate it because it's severely outdated. Same reason that I would feel the same way about GoldenEye 64. Like, I have no nostalgia for those games. They're like basically time capsules where it's like, this was what they had at the time. This was the best they could do on a console. So for the sake of just speeding this along, I'm going to ignore the briefing. Because those go on for like 3 minutes sometimes. I'm not really too into the briefing voiceover personally. But the thing is that I can play Perfect Dark on the decomp version on PC with mouse and keyboard controls, so... right, so can I look at my objectives? Really? Oh, I can. Okay. It's just, what is, that's, I guess I've seen UIs like that before. Timesplitters just had a UI like that, but like, it was better. But yeah, it's still here. Okay. So I'm just getting intelligence from office, playing explosives. Okay. So no stealth in this. All right, that's good. But that's basically the thing about a lot of those games is that like they age poorly, and I didn't play them when they were new. So my tier of appreciation for them is not as high. Looks like one of my squad members just got killed. Okay. Friendly fire by whom? I wasn't shooting my squad mates. They did that? How did they pull that off? I didn't think the AI could do friendly fire against themselves. Bizarre game. What a funny video game. But yeah, it's kind of one of those things, like, just again to preface something. I always have my own preferences with things. And while I can respect something, it doesn't necessarily mean that I personally enjoy it or it's my preferred method of play. Like, I'm not a person who's super jazzed to play console shooters or like games that are on controller, that are better on mouse and keyboard. It's not really my preferred method of play. Oh, looks like I got ambushed. All right. And keep in mind that all of these games are on the GameCube controller, which is one of the worst controllers to play a first-person shooter or third-person shooter with. Not exactly the best mode of play.
Another kill.
I understand what you're saying, JC. I would ask you to please rein it in and calm down. I get what you're saying, okay? I understand. I am somebody who plays retro games. Okay?
Blue team moving in. Green team moving in.
Alright, I'm fucked. Yeah, okay, they're like all over the place. Probably not gonna succeed. It's kind of interesting, the aiming on this weapon is kind of like gotten worse. Like, it's kind of weird, like I'm not landing the shots like I was in the previous missions. Okay, oh no, I see why. Okay, yeah, I think I get why it's doing that. Well, actually, no, I don't. Why isn't that working? Alright, alright. Okay, I'm dead, I get it. I'll restart it. Yeah, I don't know what the AI is doing. They don't really seem to do a whole lot. In general, they just kind of seem useless. At least the Desert Storm AI, they did stuff. They killed dudes, like, quite often. No, you're not playing as Ben Affleck. No, Ben Affleck's not in this.
Kill confirmed.
But yeah, it's just one of those things where when you're playing on a GameCube controller, it just makes all of this way, way, way harder.
Hostile neutralized.
Outside of potentially the N64, which I don't have enough experience with when it comes to a shooting game, I can't think of a controller that would be worse for FPS or third-person shooter than the GameCube. Again, outside of maybe the N64, but I don't have enough experience, so I barely touched the N64. I didn't own one, so
We've got wounded.
I like tried it a couple times at like friends' houses and shit, and that was like the extent of my experience with the console personally. Of course, I have an N64 controller now and like a Mr. FPGA, so like I can more than engage with that if I so choose to. But like, you know, haven't gone down that route yet to see what that would even be like. But I'm sure it would be interesting. Definitely would be interesting. Would it be my preferred method? Not at all. Not at all. But interesting. It has been like so long. Okay, that's the night vision. Okay, that changes the fire modes. Got it. Got it. Okay. What was the weird button that they used for, okay, so it was the left trigger. That's so strange. I just figured I'd try out some of the other weapons and see what's going on with that. They don't give me the sniper. Okay. I guess that's only some missions or something. Because I don't appear to even be able to switch squad people, so... Well, Metroid Prime cheats because it has lock-on features, right? That's how Metroid Prime makes that feel at all okay. Because yeah, it's got the lock-on. If it didn't have that, it would be pretty rough. Pretty rough. But at the same time, Metroid Prime's very balanced. Yeah, I've played that keyboard and mouse hack. It's called Prime Hack. I've tried it on stream. I'm not a big fan of Dolphin in general because it's an emulator and I don't have good experiences with emulation, and Dolphin's actually given me a lot of problems. So I wasn't huge on Prime Hack just because it has the Dolphin isms, but it's like neat. Okay, the pistol doesn't really seem great. I guess it theoretically could be more accurate, right? I guess that's the main thing it would have going for it. The main thing about Dolphin is that Dolphin, especially with Metroid Prime, if you run it at a higher resolution, like anything above the base, the higher and higher you put the resolution, the more the map slows down the game. Like the frame rate just tanks. And that kind of sucks a lot. So like you can't really play it at a higher resolution without like major sacrifices in the performance of the map, which you're using quite often. So that's like one of the big bummers specific to the Metroid Prime trilogy with Dolphin. And oh, we got shit happening somewhere. Apparently. What? Where are they shooting? Must be up above. That's gotta be it. Maybe that's what really killed me last time, was they were shooting up there. Yeah, they're up there. The squad members can't seem to shoot for shit. AI upscaling that is not how that works. DLSS does not work that way. You can't even use upscaling stuff like that with Dolphin in that way. Doesn't work that way. They don't have any of that built in. I don't know. The pistol's like kind of okay, but it's not. It seems like it makes more sense to just stick with the SMG, honestly. Well, it looks like I got them all. And also, like, Dolphin has, like, shader compilation stutters, and there's not, like, a reasonable way to get rid of it. So, like, any time that you're starting a new game, or you're starting... You're like, you update your drivers, you're still gonna get, like, a bunch of, like, stutters while you're playing the game. And that applies to any game on Dolphin. So that's, like, another thing that just kind of, I'm not a huge fan of when it comes to that emulator. They don't really have a good solution in place for that. There may not even be one, to be frank. It could just be that's just the best it gets and there's not like a better solution. They like try to have something that sort of helps with that, but it like reams your performance. Like it uses so much of your GPU that it's just not worth it. And it even then does not solve the problem entirely. So yeah, I don't know, like...
Demo charges on a crate of explosives. That'll give us the most bang for our bucks.
Yeah, get our bangs for our bucks. All right. So what do we got left for our objectives? Got to do research lab next. That peak is... I prefer where lean, you know, like the later first-person shooters would do. This is like you could barely get anything out of this. Is this even going to hit? Okay, it wasn't highlighted as red, so I wasn't sure. Seems to be more dudes outside of this. I might want to clear them out before I get that done. There's a bunch of dudes out here. Gonna have to deal with it either way.
Confirmed kill.
That's just like a random squad dude over there. Yeah, just more dudes. That was an annoying ambush. Not really anything I could do about that. At least it didn't kill me. The radar kind of lies, is kind of what I've been noticing. It doesn't show everything. Is this gonna, like, do the thing it's supposed to? Oh, I'm pressing the wrong button. I'm stupid. I'm keep reloading. My bad, my bad. Can you, still not doing it. Maybe if I back away and go into it again. Is it like underneath? Are we going like underneath this? What am I doing here? I'm just planting a bomb, aren't I? Yeah, it just says plant them in the research lab, right? Is there... Do I have to like select it? I have to like select the bomb in my inventory? I didn't have to do that for the other one. Maybe I just put it like in a specific spot on the table? Like it keeps pointing at the computer is the thing. I'm not seeing anything come up. There's no like weapon showing up in my inventory that's like... It might just be the radar is marking the wrong location and it's somewhere else in the room. I have to plant the bomb. Could be that. Could just be wrong. That just gets me on the shelf. I really don't like how all these guys are in here, so they kill my frame rate when I look at them. Yeah. Okay, now it just randomly... Okay. Yeah, I tried that like 500 times, but okay. We did it. Cool. What a game. That was a longer mission. FMV time. Or just a load screen. No, just a load screen. Yeah, the best way to play Metroid Prime, the first one, is the remaster. Unless you really want to do the 1.0 GameCube version glitches. You want to do the funny glitches and the neat little sequence breaks and stuff, then you would want to play the original 1.0 GameCube. But otherwise, the most playable normal runs for Metroid Prime are the it's like through the remaster version. It's definitely the definitive version.
It looks like we found what we were looking for in the Becca. According
The
to the
Becca.
computer records from the weapons facility, the headquarters for this group is located at an abandoned prison not too far away from their manufacturing site. Given the amount of traffic going back and forth between the two locations, it looks like they're probably storing the rest of
They
their
say
arsenal
so many
there.
words, chat.
Prison
It's so
facility is
long,
likely
these
to be
briefings.
extremely well guarded. So we're giving you some heavier
So
equipment to
lengthy.
make the job easier. It looks like the main living quarters are in the center of the prison.
This guy keeps yakking and yakking. You want to play Metroid Prime? I thought for some reason you might have already done that, but I guess maybe you haven't. I'm a big fan of the first Metroid Prime. I kind of bounced off the second game like two or three times. I don't know. There's stuff about the second game I wasn't a huge fan of. And I also didn't finish the third game, but I got pretty close to finishing the third game. Let me check my objectives. So it's more explosive plantings, and we got to eliminate the group's leader and then go to the extraction. Okay, so no stealth either for this one. That's true. That's true. The Jersey Devil could show up at any time. That's right. Fucking shitty fucking X-Files episodes. X-Files is a freaking great show, but like, wow, does it have some episodes, chat. Yeah, X-Files, especially that first season, is some wild stuff. It's entertaining, though. Like, even, like, some of the bad episodes can be pretty fun. Depending. Welcome back, Screensaver. Yeah, the winter game thing is like an hour or less. It's very short. It was not really a game you could beat or anything. It's just kind of there. Just like a kind of more of a showcase type of game than anything else. It's just a bunch of mini games.
Red team moving in. Tango neutralized.
Hey, Malvemphis. Never watched Twin Peaks? I did, but it was like... Probably the last time I saw it was like 18 or 19 years ago, if I were to guess. So I barely remember anything about Twin Peaks. And I never saw the second season of it. I only saw the first season. And I also did not see Fire Walk with Me. So there's a bunch of Twin Peaks stuff I've not seen at all. And obviously I never saw the revival or anything. I definitely want to watch Twin Peaks again at some point and see the whole thing. Definitely something that I've been wanting to do and just haven't gotten around to it yet. There's like a decent number of David Lynch stuff I've not seen. But I'm sure I would enjoy a lot of it.
Another kill. Another one down.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the first Metroid Prime. That's a really cool game. That game's really good. It's not perfect. The artifact hunting at the end is a bit of a downer and kind of drags things down more than it should. If it didn't have that... Oh, I love that stock sound. Oh, gosh. These video games, am I right, chat? Remember video games?
Another takedown.
Yeah, that stock sound with the door is so funny. It's something that they definitely did a lot of during this gen of gaming. Like, 6th gen had a lot of just, like, funny stock sounds that are used in tons of stuff. Okay, so we got, like, a lot of dudes here. It looks like.
Hostile eliminated. Kill confirmed.
Did I do something? Why is the music playing? Did I, like, finish an objective? Apparently I planted explosives, but I don't remember doing that. I just remember shooting dudes, but okay. Maybe the squad members can do it. I don't know. I'm like, my brain's like barely functioning playing this game because it's so like mind-numbing. But like Metroid Prime was like, especially when it came out, because that's like when I first played it, was like basically on a release practically. Pretty close to release. I think it was a Christmas gift. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was a Christmas gift, but it was maybe like at most like 1 or 2 months after. Like it was the same year it came out, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Metroid Prime was extremely like impressive when it came out, especially like in terms of like the visual fidelity and like all that shit. It was pretty impressive, and you wouldn't really find other games on like even on PC just during that small snapshot of time that did some of the cool visual effects and shit that Metroid Prime was doing when it came out. It was like kind of a neat little time period. Shit really rapidly advanced back then. And then you have games like this. That also came out. N64 games that got didn't come out of the N64. But they're like, you know what? We're gonna put that on the GameCube, PS2, and Xbox. Once again, the radar just tricking me. This is like a game you can mostly play with the radar and ignore the 3D visuals outside of ambushes like that where the radar just doesn't cover the location of the enemy because that's how they get you, I guess. Like, that's the only reason that this even happens and I get hit is mostly just because, like, well, I was looking at the radar. And the radar usually tells you when an enemy's nearby, but sometimes they don't. It's a little weird. I guess I'm getting shot at from either a room or downstairs. I'm not sure which. I think it's this room. But yeah, Metroid Prime was some fucking awesome, impressive shit. Here, that was a leader. What a cool game. What a cool game, Metroid Prime. But I guess with Prime 2, like I've talked about it a little before, but with Prime 2, I bounced off of it a couple times of playing it. Even like in the past few years, I tried playing it. And like, I think a lot of it is just because like, it's not as impressive the second time around when it's still mostly the same game. Like in terms of how it plays and what it does and stuff like that, right? Doing that a second time and then a third time didn't hit the same way. I think that's what a lot of it is for me. And also the ammo mechanics and the light-dark mechanics associated with all that kind of just harms the pacing of the game for me. I think that's a big part of it. But, you know, at the end of the day, right, like, a game like Metroid Prime 2, or even Metroid Prime 3, is, like, way, way better and more enjoyable to play than, say, what I'm playing right now, right? Like, you know, let's not confuse these things, yeah? They're still very respectful, polished, you know, well-made games in many facets. Just not as good as some, like, you know, to me is like, you know, the first entry or whatever. But yeah, I'm sure that like there's going to be at least a couple Tom Clancy games, because there's so many of them on the GameCube, that I will enjoy. This is like basically like even like a couple of chatters earlier were like familiar with this game. They're basically saying this is like probably the worst Tom Clancy game ever made. Which I can believe that.
Good morning, people.
Good morning.
I hope you got some rest on the flight in, because this is going to be a long day. Our original analysis of the shipping records seized in the Haifa operation indicated that a number of shipments were made to a group...
All right, enough of that. Enough of that briefing. Gotta disrupt the weapons sale? Okay, we're like weapons sellers. Okay, yeah. Neutralize VIP backer, clear the barracks, neutralize all enemies. So no stealth again. Okay. At least doesn't seem to be. So you basically got to kill everyone. Is that like optional? If it has an X, that might mean it's optional. Like maybe you get like something extra for doing that. Because it's not like numbered. So I don't know. But yeah, you can change your weapon. There's just not much point to change it. It seems like they don't really give you much incentive. At least not on like this difficulty with the auto aim and stuff. Like I tried the pistol earlier for a little bit and it was like okay, but it just seemed inferior to the SMG. And I appear to have infinite ammo, at least on this difficulty, so there's even less reason to change. But yeah, I consistently hear and have heard for, you know, ever since they came out, that the Splinter Cell games are good. Like, I think the only people who generally don't like the Splinter Cell games are people who don't like stealth games, which, you know, that would make sense.
Enemy neutralized.
Like, I know that Splinter Cell's different because I've seen people play a little bit of those games. They're third person. They're stealth games. So, you know, I'm well aware that they're going to be very different video games. It's not like I don't know anything about Splinter Cell. Just not played them myself.
Red team moving in.
Why is the red team moving in? I wasn't ready. Whatever. That's them. Okay.
Hostile neutralized.
It's funny you can just turn on the night vision anytime you want. Night vision during this, like, time of gaming especially was, like, very silly. For lack of a better term. Like, I remember Half-Life opposing forced night vision. It's kind of the same energy, right? That's probably, like, if I were to say, like, potentially, you might do better here with, like, a grenade. Because they're all grouped up, right?
Threat neutralized.
Probably do better, like, safer with a grenade. Maybe. Maybe. But then you don't necessarily guarantee the safety of your squad members while you wait for the grenade to blow up, right? It still worked out, but I did take a little damage. I like how they don't react when you open the door. Maybe it's just because they're just waiting. Or the AI is just not alive. Yeah, I think they're just waiting. That's fair.
Neutralized.
That guy, though, should have known what was going on. I don't know what he was doing. Alright, so we're done here. Okay. We're going over here now. I never played a Rainbow Six game. Chances are the Rainbow Six stuff is not really my cup of tea. Because again, I'm not really a big fan of, oh, this rules.
Tango down.
Oh, this is good. Hell yeah. I love video games. A Baxter. It's kind of one of those things, right, where like I have, especially with my default, you know, VTubing outfit, I have a tactical aesthetic. But I don't know, like I can appreciate how things look, but like it's not a genre of game or like subgenre of fiction that I am enamored with. We do indeed have a casualty. I need to switch to another guy. Yep. Uh-oh, reloads. Oh, there we were. Okay. They got it all figured out. Okay. Where's the other guy at? Where did he go? He's not doing anything. Why is he, like... Okay. I mean, that's probably a good thing, because it means that he's, like, less like if this guy goes down, then there's the other guy somewhere else, I guess. It's just... Oh, he's dying. Something's happening to him. Why is he stuck? Maybe he got trapped in a door or something. I don't know what's happening anymore, chat. It's so dramatic. Unfortunately, there's still more dudes to shoot. What a bother. Footsteps are so loud. I guess it's slightly more quiet if you, like, slowly move. All right, we completed it. I don't know what happened to the other guy. That was a pretty short one. That's pretty good, Baxter. It's pretty good that they have those categories. But I think a decent reason why, like, I'm not as enamored with this sort of type of thing, this tactical type of genre, is because I'm Canadian. Like, a lot of Americans are way more into it because military is such a big part of the American experience. And, not in Canada. So I think that's really, like, one of the big reasons. Because most people, not all, but, like, a lot of people that I know who are American do have a pretty, like a decent interest in tactical stuff and, like, guns and weaponry and things like that. It's not everybody, but, like, probably more than half the people I know. That's about what I would say. Probably, like, at least 60%.
Apparently, some of our mercenary friends weren't at the base yesterday. They may be running scared, but they're not done causing trouble yet. A group of transports was spotted heading from one of their rural bases to a diamond mine.
Okay, because these briefings take, like, forever, I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick and then come back, okay? So I'm just gonna, like, disassociate and I'll be back in a minute.
Even worse, when the local authorities went in to clean up the base, they found several crates of high explosives, some of which were half empty. It doesn't take a genius to figure out where that HE has gone. The government has asked for our help, and we're going to give it to them. You are going to go into the mine complex and stop the mercenaries in their tracks. Make sure none of the workers get killed and that no bombs go off, and most importantly, that none of the mercenaries escape. Also, our analysts suspect this target wasn't picked randomly. This mine is owned by a shell corporation, and no one knows who's holding the real purse strings. Get into the vault while you're there, and get any information you can about why this place was targeted.
I'm back. It is over 27. It's 27.2 degrees Celsius in my room. Why is it so fucking hot in my room? I guess the answer is because it's warmed up a lot. Winter's like almost over. So I opened my window so I can stop dying. Yeah, it's been getting very kind of sweaty in here. That's the consequence of running all the shit that I run, you know? This shit ain't free. Takes energy. Oh, the heat registers are closed. It doesn't make much of a difference, to be quite honest. But, I don't have control over the thermostat in the house. I have no say in the matter. My room is always way hotter than any other room in the house. Unfortunately, so I don't get to control that. But, alas. Hope you enjoyed that briefing while it was gone. I'm sure it was very informative. Let me look at my objectives. Alright. So I'm rescuing some people and defusing a bomb and securing docks. Okay, it was a short one. Oh, most of them are like 3 minutes long. Damn. I was hoping that would be a long one. You know, credit where it's due. They managed to see me. And then they shot at me. That's fair. That looked like more of like a grenade thing. Like maybe if I tried to stealth it at all, I might have been able to get them with a grenade. That might have been a good move. But now opening my window solves the problem.
Red team moving in.
So the temperature will drop. Wow. This is a great skybox. Fucking top tier stuff right here. This literally looks like an N64 game, like, honestly, like, in almost every way. Kind of impressive, really. I do wonder if, like, what it would look like on some of the other consoles. It is always possible that they just mega compressed this game for GameCube because of the disc size, you know, being mini DVDs. It's potentially possible they just went overly aggressive. And maybe that's why it looks like extra shit. But it also runs bad, so, like, you know. That's kind of the bummer with with that. Is it looks bad and it runs bad. Like, as you can see here. Anytime the squad members are on screen. For some reason, the squad members are, like, really high poly or something? Oh, somebody just went down. Well, I couldn't control that. Oh, well. We might have a lot left, too, so it's kind of a bummer that they already went down.
There's wounded here. Threat neutralized.
Can you believe it, chat, that we're 65% toward the goal of Donkey Kong 64 on an N64 controller using the Mr. FPGA without any cheating? Without the Tag Anywhere mod? We're getting there. We're approaching it. I'm excited. I'm excited. It's going to be such a time. I still have to fix my Mr. FPGA. It has it has this weird bug with controllers. That I still have to fix, but it should be pretty easy to fix, to be honest. I'm not, like, concerned. Just a little bit of work I have to do. I don't know why that bug even happened, but basically I can only use, like, 1 or 2 controllers on the Mr. Otherwise, they'll disconnect.
Nailed him.
How did... Oh, okay. Who nailed who?
Hostile eliminated.
I like that
On our side.
my bad. Oh yeah, I liked how it bugged out, but it fixed itself when I reloaded. Okay, what am I doing? Hostage stuff? It says to go here. Let me look at my objectives. Rescue the workers, defuse the bomb. I don't see anything here, though. Yep, there is a GBA version. That's true. You are correct. I'm sure it has a decent odds of being better than this. It would have to be a completely different game, of course. But the chances of it being a better game are decently high. Because it's not a high bar here. You can do a lot better. Quite easily. This objective thing's not telling me anything. I don't get it. I don't know what to do. They are confusing me. I'm either rescuing workers or defusing a bomb. And things usually are in the order they appear in on the objectives. And so I would assume I'm rescuing workers, but I don't see any. And it's just leading me to a door that opens. So, I don't know. Did it bug out? Should I just keep randomly wandering around until something happens, I guess? Could try that. Mysterious objective that's probably bugged. At least on the mini-map. So I probably I can't trust it anymore because it doesn't know what to do and doesn't know what's happening, right? My best guess is even though it would supposed to tell me about elevation, maybe there's a way to get on the roof. Maybe I'm supposed to go on the roof and that's what it means. If there's a way to do that, I am currently looking at my options. Yeah, I can open and close that door, but it didn't change anything when I did that. Oh. I guess these are the guys? Hostage, okay, yep.
Got the cargo.
So, that's just bugged then. Alright. Okay, now it's working. Yep, it just bugged out. Telling me the wrong location. And this... Okay, so we're done. Right? Yep. Cool. Good job, soldier. And all that. I don't think this sounds like Star Trek Voyager music. It sounds military enough. I don't know if I agree. I don't know. Maybe the victory theme for some stuff.
That was some
Maybe.
good work at the mining operation. The documents you secured.
Whatever. Capture a secretary. Seize documents from vault. Neutralize enemies in pool area. Cool. I'm glad that they're not, like, overdoing the stealth stuff. Because that's, like, the main thing that would make these missions take extra long, right? And I know this is not the type of game where stealth is a great mode of play. At least one thing I will give this game credit for is it does different set pieces on a frequent basis. Like, this is a completely different area, right? That's nice. It runs terribly, but, like, at least it's a different location, and it's not all the same shit over and over again. You know? Like, the gameplay is the exact same, but, like, everything else is different looking. This is definitely the least performant map so far, though. And I can see why, because it's, like, all these little areas and stuff. They're not occlusion calling anything. I didn't... How did I shoot a team member? What? How? How does that make sense? What happened? Wow. Amazing. Prisoner secured. We're so cool. Oh, hell yes. Oh, that looks so good. Love the zebra skin. Oh, look, we got a... Yeah, we got a whole collection here. Flat Zebra Tuesday, that's right. Does that guy keep opening and closing the door? He sure is. So why can't I shoot dudes through the door unless they're peeking out? One moment, I'm trying to hit him. I mean, at least the hitbox lets you shoot anywhere. Like, the hitboxes seem good. Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying that they should have. I'm just kind of thinking about it, right? I don't have enough of a frame of reference for, like... You know... this historical genre of game and what did what first. Just something I think about, you know? But that wouldn't surprise me if it took a while for them to be able to do it. Well, I can't decipher what any of this says. I think it's just somebody mashed on a keyboard or something. Or, like, is it a foreign language? It's so low res, it's hard to tell.
Red team moving in.
Yeah, this game's interesting.
Taking friendly fire.
Oh, okay. Apparently, I killed the other guy because I keep shooting the door. For some reason, shooting the door kills your team members. Is it like ricocheted bullets? Is there a system for this? What are we doing exactly here? I should go for the legs. That's what I should do. There we go. Okay, there's a guy over here. And this is why I don't take this game seriously, because it's barely functional. This game doesn't deserve to be taken seriously or humored at any point. Okay, so we're getting this thingy. One of my team members is blocking the door, chat. Okay, I got through. Oh, there's a dude out there, and well, it's not too hard to imagine. Like, I already got like a military outfit on. Sure you can. I'm sure you can be imaginative. Yeah, they said to clear the pool area, so there's gonna be more dudes. Yeah. This is the pool area they talked about. So the mission should be done, like, basically when I kill everybody in here. But also, there could be an ambush or something. There's, like, a lot of, Wow, they actually bothered to animate the tree. Look at that. Yep, it is a strange crosshair, and it also frequently bugs out. This game has a bunch of visual glitches. There we go. Somehow I killed both of my team members by shooting doors. But, you know, we did it. Good job, team. Yeah, me neither. But the game lets you. It's a thing that can happen, I guess, you know? You know, if I manage to finish this game in the same stream, that means I beat 2 GameCube games in one stream. Be pretty neat. And then you're gonna have Milhouse's dad bust through the door and be like, I don't think it's okay for Mossamy to beat 2 GameCube games in one stream.
You'll be happy to know that the Olsen situation has been taken care of, and so has Olsen.
Oh, the Olsen twins been dealt with. That's good. All right. Recover financial documents, secure vault security code, ransack the vault, go to extraction zone. Okay. Very good. Very good. Yeah, it's already cooling off in my room. We're now at 27 degrees Celsius, and I can start feeling the cold coming through the window, so. It's slowly but surely going down. I mean, if I set up the fan window, there's like a fan. You can buy these like units that are really great that are like, you put them on your window. They sit on your windowsill and they're like a fan unit and they can blow different directions and shit. I could set that up. It would cool this off a lot faster, but I'm doing okay. And also it's a lot of extra noise that I don't necessarily want to intrude on with the stream because you might hear the fans. Oh, that's a good image. Oh, all kinds of good images in here. Yeah, this has nothing to do with the novel or movie. That's what I heard when I remember reading the YouTube comments on the long play for this. No Ben Affleck. Like, very vague plot structure. Someone earlier said that, like, one of the big explosions in an FMV happened in, like, the film, I guess. So that's something. Oh, good. Nah, I don't think that this game should in any way be compared at all with Time Splitters 2 in any facet. None of the Time Splitter games can even remotely control this way or look this way. Completely different games. The only thing they have in common is their first-person shooters. Why are they all in suits now? All the dudes I'm shooting now are suits. Oh yeah, lots of those visual glitches. It's also worth keeping in mind that there's a vague possibility that some of the visual glitches are not the game, and it could be one or two of the settings in Swiss that's causing this. It's possible. I'm not saying that it's likely. It's probably just the game, but it's a possibility. Yeah, it's very doubtful it's Swiss's fault, but it is something worth pointing out.
Hostile eliminated. Threat eliminated. Nailed him.
Yeah, junky garbage is one way of putting it. I like how this says Ghost Recon on the computer. Also, I can't interact with the computer because there's a chair in the way. I guess I might be able to, like... I am supposed to interact with this, right? Yeah, financial documents or some shit or whatever. They're not letting me... There are 2 Ghost Recon games on the GameCube. 1 and 2, I think that's it. I can't seem to get rid of the chair. Oh, okay, I'm supposed to grab that. The marker was incorrect again. It's not placed correctly on the minimap. I'm sure the Ghost Recon games have to be way better. I heard they're pretty fucking hard, and that's the only thing that might be unfortunate is just GameCube controller and then harder game that requires aiming. Ugh. But, you know, maybe they'll be fun. They'll be good games otherwise, but the controller experience is probably going to bring them down for me. Just being on the GameCube. Alas, that is my fate. Because, trust me, chat, if this were not a console challenge, so many of these games would not be played on the GameCube. They would be either played on the PS2, or they'd be played on the PC. But I have to get the GameCube experience. That's what it's all about. Otherwise, it's not a console challenge, you know? The only reason I'm not doing that with the retro game collections, which I guess it's worth pointing out for anyone who's new, which there are new people here. There are retro game collections, and I just count them as one game for the challenge. I haven't done any of them yet, but I already decided some months back that I'm going to just... Oh, Jesus. Okay. The radar sure didn't tell me that was there. All right. Probably going to have to redo this then. I will get back to my discussion about the retro shit in a sec. Because I could die right now. It looks like the auto aim is betraying me at the moment. There we go. I'm down to one dude who already got shot, so odds are not great that I'm going to succeed in this mission. I kind of got blindsided a little. It happens. And there's still dudes that are going to be around, and I think I also have to get to extraction, which could involve more enemies. What does that even mean? You didn't tell me there was stealth. I mean, not in the objective listings, anyway. So now it's extraction, right? Yes. Which could go very badly and I could get shot. I'm gonna do my best. Oh, yep, they're dudes. Damn it, Dan. I was so fucking close. This mission's on the longer side, it feels like, so that sucks. Like a 10-minute mission or some shit. Fuck, man.
Usually we help stop bank jobs.
Anyway, the retro stuff, I've, like, played none of these games. I've played none of these, like, games, so I have no frame of reference for what they're even like on the GameCube, so there's not really much point, is basically... Like, I'll showcase them, but I'm gonna play them on, like, period equivalent hardware that isn't the GameCube, since there's just no differences. So that's basically how I'm tackling the retro game stuff. Well, at least this will go slightly faster since I know what to do with that, like, weird fucking objective. Like that file thing. I'm glad you're enjoying it, me.
Kill confirmed.
So I'm sure if I just used frame gen for this game, it would fix it, right? Make it feel nice and responsive. That's how that works, right? That's a joke, by the way.
Tango eliminated.
Yeah, so now I have to grab this, not interact with the computer. So that saves me a bunch of time on the mission. They just opened it themselves. It was previously locked, but they opened it. Fuck!
We got wounded. Enemy eliminated.
Okay. Alright, it's fine. I'm okay. Everything's fine.
Another kill. Another kill.
Wow, there's a lot of them here. Holy shit. Where'd these guys even come from? Were they having a nice little meeting? Yeah, nothing's wrong. It's fine. Thought I would clear some of these guys out since it might stick around for extraction. I don't know. But I got a good bundle of them there, but the game still says there's more dudes. So, I don't know. This mission's too long. There's too much shit involved with this, because I still have to do the pool thing. This is like a whole lot of crap in this. Map's too big. Oh, wait, no, I was thinking the other mission. No, I'm confusing things. Actually, I'm back where I left off. I'm going to go around the other direction because this is all bullshit ambush shit. And going this way, it seems safer because there's less guys. That seems to be, like, the bad way to go. This going around seems to be the answer. Yeah, see, because you can get around them. Tactics. That way they're not all shooting your face at once. Yeah, look at that. Much easier. Okay. They never saw me coming. Literally.
Scratch another one.
You can switch it. It does a 3-round burst. You can do single shot, and you can switch it with the X button. I could try full auto. Oh, full auto honestly might be better. I never really gave it much consideration, but I'll try full auto and see if I get any better results with that. Maybe even single shot might have some use. Right, so here's the vault, dude.
Tango neutralized.
So now we're just going to extraction, but this time everybody's alive. For now. That could change very quickly, as I've learned in this game.
Enemy neutralized.
I'm in extraction? What? It didn't look like it to me, but I'll take it. All right. Okay. Sure. Frustrating that I died when I was that fucking close, but okay. I think that might have bugged though, because it didn't look like I was at extraction. I just shot a dude, and then it's like, okay, this is extraction. You're done. What a video game. What a wondrous piece of software by Ubisoft. That is correct, me, because Starfleet is military. It's the Federation's military.
Based on the information we have, we've been able to track down the man who ran the finance.
Be interesting to know, like, how much of this game is left. I'm killing a CEO. That's pretty fucking based. That's pretty cool. Maybe this game's okay. Maybe this is all right. Yeah, so cut power, security, greed, greed. What's greed? Okay.
You'll take all the fun out of this.
Fun out of killing a CEO? Yeah. Understandable. Man, there's like red shit all over my mini-map, but I don't see a single dude. It's getting me nervous. Implies large groupings of enemies. Probably all up on the higher floor or something. Except for that guy.
Hostile eliminated.
Who's firing? Whatever. Okay, on, off. How delightful. Everything else looks like shit, but that, you can see that clear as day. Good stuff. Surprisingly empty. I'm sure all the enemies must be clustered in one location. That's got to be what's going on with this. Some big ambush or something.
Good job. The bug is planted and transmitted. Your target is on the second floor. Move out.
Can't hear a thing over that loud fucking music. Okay.
Enemy eliminated.
What the fuck is happening? Where is all this shit coming from? Probably an enemy shooting from beneath the floor or something. That's my best guess. Okay, there's a bunch of dudes up here. I can see that. Holy frame rate.
Red team moving in.
That's nice. This game is barely playable right now, chat. There's like, this runs at like 5 FPS in this spot. I also can't kill this guy. Why? There we go. Jesus. That was a CEO. Okay, he looked like everyone else. Well, we kill the CEO, chat. Okay, so, we're just going to extraction now. Alright. Jesus. Can't fucking... Oh my god, the frame rate. What are you shooting at? Guy there? Why don't you, like, kill dudes instead of, like... Ugh. This might be, like, one of the most poorly performant GameCube games I've played. Has to be, like, it could be #1. It's getting close to the tiers of Spyro. It's almost that bad. In some cases, I think that one spot was just as bad. But we did it. Really wonder how much could be left. Because the long play is like an hour. Or a little less than an hour. But I also did the training. And I don't know if the long play did that. Like, this game is supposed to be quite short. And while I'm not playing perfectly like a long play would, it's not like these missions are taking that long overall. Like, some of these have been 5 minutes, 7 minutes. And I've done some of them on a first try. So I'm just kind of wondering what could even be left. Like, this is supposed to be a short game for those who are not aware. It's why I decided to do both in the one stream. Because it seemed possible.
Just as we thought.
Oh, this could be the last one.
Friends picked up the laptop yesterday afternoon and took it to the mansion of one Richard Dressler. Our researchers say this man is up to his neck in the neo-fascist movement and has been financing their work for a long time. The conglomerate that worked through the investment house you hit? His. The seed money for the South African mercenaries.
From
His.
what
Now,
I'm
all
hearing,
signs
or
point to
this
him.
mission briefing, this sounds like the final mission. So this actually looks like this is it. Okay. So we're gonna shoot some fascists, at least according to the U.S. military. I'm getting fascists. I'm not gonna read too much into it because I'm a soldier and I'm not supposed to think for myself, so gotta keep that in check. But apparently we're shooting fascists. That's cool. All right, so plant bomb. Cool. Okay, this looks great. Oh, okay, this looks awesome, chat. Oh, yeah, that is the best fire. Mmm. Delicious. Now, that is a fireplace in a video game. Hell yes. Oh, what a game. Okay. So I have to get rid of all the guards, and there's a number. Neutralize elite guards. Okay. That guy seemed like a normal guard to me, but sure. Got a fancy library. Yeah, we live in a wondrous age. I guess those don't count as elite guards, even though they look the same. That guy not dead. Oh, there might have been another one. Okay.
A confirmed kill.
Wondrous art. Glorious artwork. Did I... There's something weird, like I saw an apparition in front of me. I think that was like a rendering error or something. I might look back on the recording just to see what that was. Okay. Dudes are nearby. Whole bunch of them. What a game. So atmospheric. So tense. Truly the sum of all of our fears comes down to this. Why can't I walk through this? What is this? Why is this like a solid object? Fuck. Yeah, one down. Tango down, including me. Well, yeah, part of that was because I couldn't hit the other guy first. I couldn't prioritize the targets correctly, so I just perished. Well, we got 2 left. We might still be able to pull this off, but now I'm feeling less secure. At least we might be close to finishing the mission. Because we made some progress. But this is very much this type of game where, like, you could just instantly game over. So, tough to feel truly safe when you just, you know, die real fast. Your whole squad can just die real fast.
Enemy eliminated.
Whoa. Someone's rapidly approaching my location. They clearly see me, but they can't reach me yet? Down this hallway, I guess. Oh, they were up there.
Another kill.
I guess the stairs, not a hallway, but whatever. That pop-up is obnoxious when you're trying to shoot dudes. It's such a giant pop-up. Why is it so fucking big? Covers like more than half of the screen. There honestly isn't really that many enemies in this mission. Like, if I just know where I'm going, and I had to retry this or something, like if I fail this, it isn't really that long as you're like... You just realize there's not that many enemies, to be honest. And I'm only kind of playing slightly cautiously because I'm concerned about ambushes and stuff, because not everything shows up on the radar, but now that I know that, like, there's not any of that so far, I can kind of just speed through, right? You know, in a manner of speaking. Still a slow game. You can't go that fast, but, you know, a little bit. Okay. A lot of it's just lining up the shot ahead of time so you can take it, which is not easy to do in this game because the controls are bad and it's on a GameCube controller, but, you know, the auto-aim helps you sometimes. Not always, but sometimes. But it sounds like we're pretty damn close. We've done a lot here. It's really just getting the guards and then going to extraction. So we're getting close, at least. I imagine this is probably where it gets more bullshitty, though, because there's probably going to be like 500 guys out here. And it might run at like 10 FPS or less. This is like open, and this looks dangerous. This isn't the best spot to be in. It's wide open. This looks like trouble. Okay, so this is extraction. But I still haven't killed a guard. That's a problem. So they don't track where the guards are. Well, that sucks. So I won't actually know. I just have to wander around until I find one. Well, that makes this mission a little more complicated. Because I don't know where the guard is. So I'm just guessing. Like, he probably shows up on the radar, but, like, I still have to cover a large amount of space to try and find the one dude I didn't shoot. Okay, so at least I get a little bit of a hint, because there's, like... They show something somewhat in the area, kind of. But that could be anywhere. That could be, like, downstairs. That could be outside. Not narrowing it down much. And this seems to be a dead end. What a game. At least it's the last mission from what the game implied. I seem to not be anywhere further to the, where this guard could be. You think this guard would do a better job trying to figure out where the fuck I am. Right? It's possible I just missed the guy in... Yeah, okay, he's right there from the looks of it. Unfortunately, I'm not in a good spot to shoot him. There we go. Looks like we got it. Everyone's dead, I think. Unless the game does a weird thing where it triggers spawns when I neutralize those guys, but it looks safe. Only one guy died. I've successfully completed the mission. And we get an FMV.
Team, primary objective complete. Relocating to second location. Alpha team reports target acquired. Requesting confirmation on elimination of target. Alpha team, you are go to eliminate target. Roger that. Now Alpha team proceeding in. 3, 2, 1. This is Alpha team. Target eliminated. Relocating to extraction zone.
That looks like the game.
Good work, team. It's time to go home.
That was indeed a short game. Took me, like, more than twice as long than the long play, but that's because long plays cheat, or they pre-record and practice stuff or whatever, so, you know, there's differences. They edit. Yep, okay, I don't have anything special to say about this game other than, what I had already said, right? It's probably safe to say it's one of the worst first-person shooters that I've played. in part because it runs really, really badly. It looks terrible for a time it came out, and it has very bad controls. Even setting aside it being on a GameCube controller, this game controls very poorly. There's like a lot of stuff that's kind of hard to articulate unless you play it yourself if you're in my situation with this, like, you know, if you're the one in the chair, so to speak, right? There's a lot of really weird stuff with how this game controls. What's good is that it has an easy difficulty. Very special thanks to Ben Affleck and Morgan Freeman, apparently. But they're not in this, so I don't know why they're mentioned. But okay. This is just basically like, I don't know, like, it's really rough in controls, like unbelievably so. It's barely playable. It's like a barely playable game. But again, they have the lowest difficulty. They default to easy, and they have very aggressive auto aim options, which is basically the only reason this game's really playable in general. Otherwise, I imagine this would be like outright impossible to complete, or it would require like an absurd amount of patience. But it does have one of the best fireplaces I've seen in a video game. That is very true. That is very true. Top tier fireplace. And of course, like I said, I'm sure that there are other Tom Clancy games on the GameCube that are way, way better than this. Like, this is probably the worst Tom Clancy game I will ever play. Like, that's probably a safe assumption. And just in terms of, if you look at, like, you know, you break down the technicals, the controls, the performance, this is probably one of the worst games I've played so far in the challenge, but it's not a big deal because it's so easy and it's so short, right? So, like, just in my mind, it's still not on the tier of, like, a game like Turok Evolution because it's, you know, like, Turok Evolution took like 14 hours. This took like 2.5. With me also doing the training on top of it, which added a bunch of extra time, so. You know. I'm always down for a game that's short and doesn't take a ton of time. But it's still just objectively a terrible game. But, like, even if you were to play this on PC and it like, if there's a PC version, if it worked and ran well, etc., like, let's assume that's the case, right? It would still be a bad game because, like, there's just very little to it, right? Like, the game's problems are deeper than just its controls and performance, but, you know, they're definitely a huge part of it for this one. But yeah, I hope that they made lots and lots of money from this game because it probably had a low budget. It would have, I would hope it had a very low budget, right? I mean, another cool thing about the game is you got to shoot a CEO, and you gotta kill a CEO in the game. That was funny. That was neat. And allegedly, we killed some fascists at the very end. That's neat. Again, allegedly. I wasn't really paying attention to the story. But, you know, it's something. And, it's neat. It bought Tom Clancy a new jacuzzi. Awesome. Happy. Happy for him. Super cool. These credits are way too long. This is one thing that always, like, kind of gets me, right? Is, you'll have these games. Are these credits just looping, by the way? I think they're just looping. I already saw this image. I think these credits might just be looping now. And that's why they won't end. Maybe they're deceptively long. But like, that's one thing that gets me with some of these games is they look like there was zero money involved, but they still had, like, you know, way too many people working on them sometimes, right? And I'm like, how does that happen? This isn't modern gaming. Okay, I'm gonna skip this because I think it's looping. All right. Proceed, but I'm done. It says campaign 1. That's funny. That's amusing. But yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's just gonna load again and do all that. So that's the video game. So that's Tom Clancy, Sum of All Fears.